Let's say we're in the middle of an audit and an auditor flags a material. We can go into our genealogy and input the flag material and either do a backwards genealogy or a forward genealogy. This allows us to see what went into this material and allows us to see what this material is used for. For me, I'm interested in forward genealogy because I know this is an intermediate material and I want to know what final products were impacted by this material. Here, I see that my material is CFL 778A, and I can go into my node details to see information such as my LIMS information and my favorite bounty record information. For my links data, I can quickly go at a glance and see if anything's out of range, what the results were, and then download this information to provide to the auditor. Now that I have my LIMS data downloaded, I want to come and take a look at my paper information. I can either take a look at it in the form of a table where I see all of my parameter names and all of my parameter values and download that as well. Or I can come in and look at the specific page that my parameter is on. The auditor asked me, what filter did we use for this batch? I can quickly search through all the parameters and select my filter lot information and given the page as associated with it. Now I have the page value and I have the value associated with it. And I can print this out and provide it to the auditor. Now that we have all of our data, I want to go take a look at our CPV program to see if anything was out of trend. Here, I'm going to go into my Elixir 190 title results to see how this has been impacted. I can easily see that CFL 77A8 is within the limits of the chart and is not failing for any of the Nelson rules applied to this chart as well. I also have the opportunity to export the chart as a JPEG or export the chart data if this is something that the auditor requests. Finally, I can come into the dashboard and see everything else associated with my Elixir 190 to see if anything else is out of trend. I see my CFL 778, I have my derived assay, I have my acidity distribution, and then I can also have a scatter plot that has different colors depending on what site this information is coming from. I have all this information at my fingertips, and it reduces the amount of work required when an auditor asks a challenging question. Finally, I can come into the audit log and see if anything has been changed recently regarding my Elixir 190 or the charts that I've been looking for. I can also export this information if this is something that the auditor is interested in. Now that we've been able to take a look at what was impacted by CFN 1212, print out all the material related to it, I can go back to the auditor with information in hand. Thank you guys for your time today.